Beach. Hopefully this goes. Teachers. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, the average school year is about 180 days, which is 1,195 hours. That's a long time to spend in high school. People show up, and some people just don't go to class at all. The faces in the desk change daily, but the one constant is the one person you count on to be there the majority of the time. Whether you hate them or love them, it is one person standing in front of the classroom you walk into over and over again. A teacher is someone who is supposed to be there for you and care for you and teach you not only a certain subject, but also life values. Yeah, and they also have a huge effect on the world. Pretty much what teachers do for us is they're getting us ready for college, which college then pretty much kind of decides what your career is going to end up to be. It's not a for sure, but it's definitely a huge effect on that. And I hope you all love those teachers when it comes to. It's their job. Whether a teacher likes their job or not, they pretty much still have to teach you if they want to keep that job. The good teacher is someone who's going to go out of their way to make sure you go above and beyond expectations. A good teacher is going to be the one who will stay back, help you one-on-one. A good teacher will be the one you can tell all your problems to and just know that you have a friend in them. And then you have those bad teachers. For me, it was my teacher, Mr. Fleer, culture anthropology. Hated his guts. Don't want to go into any further talk about that. But everybody always hears about how teachers change and shape the world. People take this way too lightly. Teachers are the reason that the world is changing. Schools are mandatory by law. Whether we like it or not, we must attend school and go to our classes. A teacher's job is to make sure each and every student is getting the most out of their class, which is not just a subject, but also a personal growth. There are different types of teachers, the ones influencing students' decisions and giving the knowledge to do great things in the future, and the ones who are just there because it's the only means of their income. A teacher's job is not to simply teach all students, but to make sure the students actually learn. Teachers are a big part of anybody's life. They help mold a child into an adult, and sometimes if a teacher does it really right, they can influence a person's decision in the rest of their choices. Personally, I aspire to become a teacher because I really like helping others, and growing up, especially with my mom, who's like this all Christian lady who's like, give, it's more like, okay, cool. But you just learn that helping others, for me personally, gives me motivation to do well myself. It's very influential. And I've always liked being there for someone else, to know that I can be there for them and just help them improve themselves. My mother is also a teacher. She is a teacher at the detention center in downtown Madison. So with all like the thugs and people who kill other people, she's the one that teaches them. And she tries to be on the cool side, and like she'll go, instead of calling me Snoop Dogg, you call me Snoop Catty Cat, and just stuff like that is really awkward. But then sometimes when we're at the mall and stuff, we'll see kids out there, and they'll come up to my mom and say like, "You literally changed my life." Like, I've met the kids that have killed other people, and like, their life was at a total low. Like, I was allowed to go up there because my mom worked there and stuff. Hearing their stories, and then how my mom completely changed them around. Oh, I don't know. It's just something I really want to do to some other people. Teachers want you to do well. When a teacher truly cares, they will set high standards. For the most part, for the most part, teachers are there to motivate you, to make sure you do the best you can. I interviewed my senior year English teacher, and I said, what was the best thing about being a teacher? Students will mostly perform to the level of expectations that I set. If I don't challenge them, they often won't challenge themselves. Students often surprise me with their insight and compassion. James Paul Kelly, English teacher for 9 years. The teacher learns as well. Teachers are obviously not given a manual to how to take on different situations. They're throwing curveballs all the time. Students who act out of place, students who just have problems in general. and they have to conform to that and change up different ways of teaching for different students. And it's very tough on them too. Money. Obviously, if you are becoming a teacher, you do not have an interest in money. That is a very clear thing. Because the average income of a teacher is $56,626. That's like the average, and that is considering professors too. Yeah. That's with high school teachers and professors. So that's around 40 grand too. Other statistics have shown. There are pretty much two reasons of being a teacher. One, to try and change people's lives and have a good influence on them. Or two, they're just in it for the money, and those are the bad teachers. Teachers are artists. In conclusion, the teachers are molding us to become who we will grow up to be. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. But overall, they want what's best for each and every one. Thank you.